Assalamualaikum and good morning everyone. My name is Muhammad Iman Hakimi bin Ruslan and my matrix number is 2024421018. In today's hydraulic labs, we are studying the basic properties of fluids, and for my part, I will focus on density. Density is an important physical property that helps us understand how fluids behave in these hydraulic systems. It is defined as the mass of fluid per unit volume, and it is usually measured in kilogram per cubic meter. In the context of hydraulics, knowing the density of a fluid is essential because it affects pressure, flow behavior, and how forces are transmitted through the fluid. In this experiment, we aim to determine the density of a selected fluid using basic measurements of mass and volume. The result will be used to support other observations in the lab, such as pressure calculation and fluid movements. So let's go.
Okay, for the apparatus, first we have oil. Second, we have liquid soap. Third, we have 100 ml of water and a beaker. And lastly, we got empty beaker. Okay, so first we take about 100 ml of liquid soap and put that on a beaker carefully. And then we take 100 ml of oil, put that on the beaker. Okay, so next we want to measure the beaker's weight using weight scale and record the mass. First, we have to switch on the weight scale, and then we put the empty beaker to measure real weight of oil, liquid soap and water. Second, we put 100 ml of water. Repeat the step 1 and 2 for oil and liquid soap with 100 ml of it. So next step, we will mix the 3 liquid in one beaker, so we can determine the density by mixing those fluids into a beaker. And then we will leave it for 30 minutes to allow the liquids to separate by densities and accuracy of observation as well. As we can see, the oil is at the top of the layer. The water that in between oil and the liquid soap is more denser to the oil and less denser to liquid soap.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Hazib Shafi'i and my student ID is 2024272858. So today, I would like to share you with the experiment that will determine one of the properties of fluids, which is capillarity. So what is capillarity? Capillarity is the tendency of a liquid in a capillary tube to rise or fall as a result of surface tensions. The objective of this experiment is to observe and analyze the phenomenon of capillary actions, specifically the rise and fall of a liquid within a narrow tube due to surface tension, adhesion and cohesion. Besides that, this experiment also purposes to describe how capillarity of occur with different selected tube is placed in contact of water. Let me list the apparatus that we need for capillarity experiment. So, in this experiment, we need one graduated cylinder that filled with water, one beaker of 100 ml, 3 straw with a different diameter, and the timer that we set 30 seconds. So, the first step, we put the water first on the beaker. And then we put the 3 straw with a different diameter touching the bottom of the beaker and set the timer to the 30 seconds. Walaupun tak yang awal tu After 30 seconds, you can see that the water level in this straw is the highest in the beaker compared to another 2 straw.
Hi, my name is Muhammad Ifan Daniel bin Muhammad Zawawi, and today I will show you how to conduct liquid pressure experiment. But before that, what is liquid pressure? Liquid pressure is the pressure that goes to the both weight and movement of the liquid particles. The objective of the experiment is to determine the pressure exerted by a liquid that increases with depth. The apparatus that we need are water and plastic bottle that was cut in half. Firstly, we make at least 4 holes to the side of the bottle with at least 3 cm gap each. Then, we fill the water in the bottle until the top of the first hole. Lastly, we observe the jet lag and the distance that the jet lag comes out of each hole.
Viscosity is a measure of how thick or sticky a liquid is and how easily it flows. Thick liquid like oil flow slowly and have high viscosity, while thin liquids like water flow quickly and have low viscosity. In our experiment, we compared how fast different liquids move. This helped us see which one had more resistance to flow. Viscosity is important in everyday life, from pouring syrup to how oil works in engines.
So first let us walk through the apparatus of the experiment. Our first apparatus is water, measuring cylinder, marble, dish soap, cooking oil and stopwatch. Let us go through the procedure of the experiment.
3.
So the first step is to pour the 250 ml of water into the measuring cylinder. After that, we need to take the time for the marble to reach the end of the measuring cylinder. 1, 2, 3. After that, we're gonna pour the 250 ml of cooking oil into the measuring cylinder. We're gonna repeat the same process, which is put the marble into the measuring cylinder and take the time for it to reach the end of it. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Lastly, we need to pour the 250 ml of dish soap into the measuring cylinder. And we need to repeat the same procedure, which is take time of the marble to reach the end of the measuring cylinder. Okay.